Yo, hey, it is Wednesday, and you know what this Wednesday is? It is the Cave Men's Bible Study, man. This is it's the Cave. It's what giant killers are made, and so I'm excited about tonight, man. Listen, I can't say enough. Listen, like, tag, share. Let's get every man that you know and care about on the line tonight. Get your husband, your boo, your baby daddy, your uncle. Get everybody, every man that you care about. Want you to get them on the screen tonight because it's gonna be real dope. It's gonna have a great time. Listen, I got some great guys, brother Arthur Ruffin, Kelvin the Swint, the guy, and my good friend Gabe Lawrence, man. Glad to have these guys on the screen tonight. Gentlemen, how y'all doing, man?
Doing great.
I love it. I love it. Listen, man, I can't say enough. Tonight's gonna be great. So I know all. I know I see people are coming online. We're all over the place. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on the Rebirth website. And I want you to really tonight's concept is gonna be real dope. I got some great guys gonna help us grow tonight. A real cool topic, and I don't want you to really miss this moment. And so, yeah, man, let's tag some guys and listen and share the video. Gentlemen, you guys are on. Appreciate y'all. I mean, if y'all want to take the time to invite some friends, some guys, some men that you want to be impacted tonight, because this can't just stop with us. It's gonna be some good stuff tonight. So, gentlemen, talk to me. Y'all had a good day. Talk to me. What's been happening today?
Man,
Been a great day.
for me, I just came back off a little mini vacation, and I get right back to work. So it's been a full day for me. But I kicked
Gotcha.
butt though. It was cool.
You kick butt.
I kicked butt today, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
I ain't got to ask. Swint, I know you was kicking butt today.
Man, you know it don't never stop for me.
So what this is one of the things that a lot of people don't know. Kelvin Swint, we don't talk every day, but this is one of the best friends I got. We challenge each other. We push each other. Get texts at 2 o'clock in the morning that that other people probably. But listen, I believe you need those kind of guys, right? That can push you to be greater without cutting no corners. You know, Swint one of those guys. If you
fell out before.
Dog. Hey, one of those things. I'll fight him. I ain't gonna let nobody else fight him. I'll fight him, but I'll fight for him.
Yeah.
So, and Ruffin, my dude. Hey, covenant over commitment. Hey, listen. Do me a favor, man. Explain to people what that comment means. You sent me this comment statement a couple of years ago. What's that covenant over convenience? Tell me what that is.
So I saw this from Eric Thomas, and when he was breaking it down, a lot of us we go through things, and because of it's convenient, as in it's cool to do it now. Like I know Gabriel has a business, and everything is going great. When stuff starts getting tough, I'm bailing. But that's my friend. So my word is man, I'm with you to the end, and I'm gonna fight with you. So that's my covenant to my brother. So what I do is I stand with him, even when it's hard. So my commitment to Pastor was, hey, I'm with you to the end, sir. So it's a covenant. God bonded us together, and I ain't going nowhere. And that's what men do. Stand together through thick and thin. So that's what that stand. That's what that stand for. It's like, hey, that's a covenant. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that came from. Been in this since then.
That's big. Listen, gentlemen, this what I want to talk about tonight, and thank you. I see people on. I see y'all tagging, see y'all tagging and inviting. And thank y'all for sharing. Tonight, I want to talk about this concept of what it takes to make a man, and we're just gonna go in it. We're gonna dig right into it. No holds barred. I have great guys around me that don't cut corners. That are what I call guys. That really help people. And so tonight I want to talk about what it takes to make a man. And so I've been praying through this, and I'll tell y'all where I got it from. Part of my goal is, and why we call this the cave, the Bible says that when David was on the run, he had a promise to be king. He was on the run. and he was hiding out in the cave of Adullam. And the Bible said that there was 300 guys that assembled themselves. They was indebted, distressed, and discontented. I mean, they was broke, busted, and disgusted. They all hung out in the cave together. And over a period of time, the Bible said these same guys emerged and became what's called the Mighty Men of Valor. When these guys got together, they hung out in the cave. They came in distress, but they came out of the cave better. I believe it's environments like this that allow guys to come in with challenge, allow guys to come in with issues. And when iron sharpens iron, this same thing Ruffin said, covenant over convenience, we come out better when we can come in this crucible and build each other and strengthen each other. And a lot of guys, unfortunately, don't have other guys to come in the cave with them. When they go in the cave, they depressed. When we come in the cave, we develop each other. That's the difference with us. And so I want to talk about really what this concept I got is, what it takes to make men. And what I want us to dig into is, how do we really get to the place of making men? You know, the Bible talks about when God says in Genesis 1, he said, let us make man. And this my introduction, then I'm done. God says, let us make man in our image, right? That says three things. Men have to be made. Because God said, let us make a man. He didn't just look up and man was there. Every man on the screen, every male is not automatic a man. Men have to be made. Second thing is, making a man takes time. Because God said, we're going to make this man. He pulled the dirt together, breathe into him. I don't believe we become men overnight. We have to be formed into men. It takes time. And then the third thing is, making a man takes a team. Because God said, let us make men. And you will never be the man that you want to be by yourself. I'm 100% sure of that. 100% sure. Gentlemen, talk to me before we go on.
I agree.
Totally agree.
Because what you were saying.
Look, I'm just go ahead.
Go ahead. So
okay,
what you were saying about the guys going in the cave, like that actually happened in this real life time. It was Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Harvey Firestone, and John Burroughs. And they called themselves the Four Automatons. And what they did was, each year they would go up into the mountains and get away from society for like months. And that's how the car got tires. That's how the car got headlights. That's how everything came together. Because they merged. And they knew what you just said. And put it in action, and that happened.
So you're just going to slide that out there?
Right, I know, right?
I'm just saying.
That's how the car got tires. That's how the car got lights. By these guys locking up together with a dream, with a thought, and adding their concepts to this dream.
Yeah. And the key to it was getting away from society.
Oh, wait. The key was what?
Getting away from society. Like they went into the mountains for like months. It was either I don't know how long, but it was like for like a summer. So it's either a month or 2 months or something like that. But these some of the richest guys in the world, and they just went off into the mountains and just sat there and started brainstorming.
So what would happen if we would take the time to get away into a mountain, away from society?
We can develop something that's continue to go on to this day.
It's crazy. All right, I see a couple comments. Say we got some echo, so we're gonna work through. We're gonna try to until you're talking. Let's mute. Let's all mute until we talking, so we can see if we can cut out the echo.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go. Who was talking? Was that you next, Ruff?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
I was
still here a
still
little bit,
here a little bit,
but
but
I was more so just thinking about for me, I guess for me as an example, transparency was my biggest thing, and me, I've learned during this pandemic that I have to be more transparent and be more open. I found myself really looking at the mirror a lot and not and had to kind of face some stuff that I didn't think that I thought that I was fine, and being man enough to say, no, I'm not okay, or and yeah, I need to call Gabe, or I need to be around men. Um, I would think as men, as grown men, you need to be more transparent in how you feel, because we're like this. We cover up our hearts. We build this wall. Um, we get into this, in a sense, we get in a cave by ourselves, and with our hurts, with our pains, with our regrets, with our in this miseducation, um, of and I mean my miseducation of learning things that can better me, when it's challenging, and I run away from it. So I in that, like, I've learned, like, and really even still is learning, just to be transparent. And let me give you an example of what I mean by that. I am I've been more open with my kids, as in what I did. So I said, hey, let's do this. When daddy mess up, I make sure I literally grab all of them, and that, say if I feel like I'm fussing at them like too hard, or I may have came off harsh. Hey, I need y'all to come here. Let's talk. Daddy said X, Y, and Z, and I feel like I came off a little bit too harsh. I want to apologize, not just to the child I was probably fussing at. I apologize to all of them. And what I'm doing is I'm trying, and I'm innocent. And while I'm doing that, I'm teaching, particularly my son. And I say, you see how daddy, when I mess up or when I feel like I'm wrong, I go and apologize to you. And he was like, yes, sir. So these are the things that men do. When we do anything wrong, let's one, honor it as and say, okay, I'm wrong, and apologize for it. So, and he's 8. So I'm grooming him now, so where he won't be so quick to pop off and be mad and then hold all this stuff in and say, no, were you wrong? Yes, sir. Do you owe that person an apology? And really think about it. So me just being
just being
transparent
transparent
in my feelings,
in
and
my
how,
feelings, and how
not trying to
not trying to
just be open.
just be open. That's great. So you digging into this, man. And this is the approach. This is what I wanted for us tonight, to look at the ingredients of what it takes to make a man. And so, Ruff, you got on there. Every guy you're gonna get the opportunity to give your most important ingredient for making a man. So, Ruff, and you say is one of the ingredients you believe is required to make a man is transparency. Transparent. Gable, what's your ingredient? What do you think is one of the most important ingredients to make a man?
Um, just to use one word, I would say decision making. Like, I think every man needs to be able to make a firm decision and stand on it, whether it be right or wrong. Like, you got to stand on it, and just like in circumstances where you are wrong, like, okay, I can admit that I was wrong and I failed. I'm okay. I'm fine with that. But I was man enough to make the decision to say we're going this direction. This is what we're doing, and be willing to just hold up for whatever decision that you do, because I feel like life is based around nothing but decision making. Like every day, where I want to go to work at, where I want to send my kids to school at, how I want to discipline my child. Do I want a wife? Do I want to date? Like every day. So your life is based around decisions, and depending on your moral compass and how you make decisions is going to show the direction of what your life go in. So I think every man needs to know how to make a good decision.
So tell me this. What do you believe is? Give me three things that men need to factor in order to make wise decisions. And
Uh,
anybody, let's go. We go around the board.
Most definitely, like getting in your word, because I believe everything is God. Not just just be like, oh, we on a Bible study. So, but most definitely, if you in your word, God and laid out everything that you need to do, every scenario, every situation that you can come across is in the Bible. So if the God I created and designed, like, okay, this what you should do in this situation. This who came before you, this how they dropped the ball in this situation. You can see it, and you didn't he gave you a step by step plan pretty much on how to govern yourself. So that should help guide your decision making.
Someone else, give us some insight.
Um, as far as decision making, you have to be able to assess the situation that the decision is being made upon. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
So, um, you have to be able to think through it. This is actually going into my work.
Okay. So give us
my,
so go on and give us your word. We're gonna dig around. Give us your word if it's
all right,
leading into this.
all right, hit me up because it's gonna echo. So basically, mine has to deal with mindset. So it's piggybacking off what Gable said as far as decision making. So in order to make sound decisions or good decisions, or like you were saying, basically owning up to your decision, whether they're right or wrong, your mindset got to be in the right place. You got to have a uh, uh, just the mindset to make it through a tough decision. Or like Arthur was saying, you got to be able to say, okay, let me grab my keys because I was wrong. Go in there, get them, and then do everything you need to do to make it happen. So I think, um, yeah, in order to take good decision making, man, it's just you have to be able and willing to change your mindset from where it is right now.
I agree with that.
I'm with you on that one. I think I can add on to it just um, not being afraid, as in what you've been taught, not being afraid to use those things. I think sometimes we kind of hesitate and not trusting what what is already been in put in us. Through us believing in God's word, standing on God's word, um, and then seeing the fruits, but then not trusting ourselves to follow up in those decision makings. You know what I mean? Like we kind of hesitate, like I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But then you just did this, you just made this hard decision over here. But it may be something in the sense that maybe I would say small, but I think we do that. So I would say trust yourself, trust that wisdom that God has poured into you. Trust that.
I agree. I agree with you on that.
All right, we have having some. I'm trying to make sure that we don't have have any echo. So working through this, one of the things I told my son a couple weeks ago, he had an issue at his school and he was going through it and had to make some decisions for what happens next. And what I told him is, you will never make a wise decision when you are emotionally off balance. One of the best things, and I told him, I say, if you don't want to have another fight, stop dreaming today because fights come along with moving forward. And I'm saying, he said, I got to decide. I said, nope, take today, cool out, chill out, make the decision tomorrow. Because right now, you're not in. Right now, you're going to make a decision based on how you feel, not based on your future. And so you got to, I believe, pull away emotionally, look at the long game, see where you want to be, so that you make a decision based on where you're going, not where you are. Because where you are is going to change in a minute.
I agree with you totally, man. You control your emotions, you can control the world. You can do anything you want to.
Because them emotions, the emotions can be terrible, man. Lead you. I'm talking about in some wild places if you let them get away from you. But I didn't find out like emotions is good to have. You want to have emotions, but you need to know how to handle them because you can't just let them get away from you though. But if you can, if, just like you said, if you can sit and calm down or whatever, and ride through it, then okay, let me calm down, then make the best decision. Don't let me make this decision based off my emotions. And people here, that need to be one of the things people need to have. Men need to have. You got to be able to handle your emotions.
I got something for you, Doug, real quick. So, and you know me, man, I'm always playing on words. So you gotta be transparent, like opposite, in order to make good decisions, like Gabe said, and how you was talking about emotions and control your emotions. And the only way you do that is you gotta change your mindset.
Absolutely. No, that's it all day. Because if you don't, that all we've learned forever that as a man thinking his heart, so is he. It ain't the blood pump. It is my thoughts, it's my emotions. And until a man gets control over his emotions, that's why Joe goes, hey, listen, emotions move you. That's what it is. It's internal motions. Emotions, nothing more than internal motions, moving you toward this, moving you away from that, moving you toward this. And it's the emotions that move us toward alcohol, move us toward habits, move us toward relationships, move us toward rest, move us toward whatever, move us toward school. It is moving me either in a positive or a negative direction. And so I got to determine where do I want my emotions to take me? Because I need them. Like Gabe, I need them. I need emotions to tell me to get up and go to the gym. When I walk by the mirror and see my stomach and I need that disgust or that level of frustration, like you don't need to look like this. That emotion moved me to go to the gym. But I got to gauge them. Because if I don't gauge them, I'll end up in a place I don't want to be. And so I got to use it, but I can't let it use me. Come on. I think I
So
fixed my microphone, so we shouldn't be fixing the microphone, so we should be able to come off and just freestyle now.
elaborate on engaging.
Elaborate on gauging. I think I need to look at the long run and see where are they pushing me because I need to know where I want to be first. What my destiny, what my mindset, where I want to be, and then I'm looking at my emotions to gauge, assess, are they pushing me toward or away from where I end up want to be? Because it's like either you're gonna look at the road or you're gonna close your eyes and drive. If you close your eyes and drive, you're going somewhere. You just don't know where the heck you're going. And closing your eyes does not cut back on your momentum. You don't go slower. You going somewhere just as fast. You just don't know. Come on, y'all jump in. Don't let me do all talk.
I love that.
I agree with you
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I don't say just I mean, with emotions, like I was talking to a guy today and like his temper he just in a moment, like boom, I'm hot. I'm 1 minute I'm okay, and then the wrong conversation, wrong thing gets said. He all over it. Like, man, I'm ticked off. I'm like this, and I'm like, man, just calm down. And then he's been made, and I didn't did it before too. Like, I'm just using this scenario because it just happened. But like, you get so mad, or you let your emotions get the best of you, and then you look over the mess and the train wreck that you done did, and now you like, oh well, I'm sorry. Now I got to go and apologize, or look at the mess I did. But you should learn. I mean, eventually, you should learn from like, okay, if I let these certain emotions play on me, I get bad reactions. If I get these emotions, just like Pastor said, if I get these emotions, this drove me to the gym. I got a good workout out of this. So okay, I can use this emotion because emotions are fine. You're supposed to have emotions. Like Like I grew up just one emotion, just saying like people always talk boys, hey, you don't supposed to cry, you don't supposed to cry, and I'm like, you can cry sometimes. It's gonna be something that bring you to tears. That's okay to cry. You just like, okay, I can't lay down and cry to the point where I can get back up again. I don't want to cry to that point, but if something hurt my feelings, I should be able to be like, okay, I'm sad, I'm okay, I'm my feelings hurt, and then rebound from that. You don't have to be the person that just, oh, I cry all the time. It's a healthy medium. I feel like, just an example where you got kids, they put them on the football field and they train them like, hey, what you crying for? Hit you in the chest, like, get mad, get mad. You supposed to be mean. Get out there, hit somebody, hurt somebody, like, and then you take that same emotion and he put it in the classroom. This is all I know now. This is I don't supposed to cry. I supposed to, when something happens to me, I get mad, I hit. I need to be aggressive. I need to stay on alert, on defense. Like, no, you need to. It's other emotions than anger, rage. Like, let me have the emotion of happiness. You can have happiness too. That's a healthy emotion. So just having balance. Like every man needs balance. And I think we get to the point where we find something we good at, and we get so one sided. Like, okay, we take this the emotion I like. I can deal with this emotion. It worked for me. So I only tend to be this person, but you need to have some form of balance. Like, okay, yeah, it's okay when I'm with my family and we watching a Disney movie for me to laugh. I can still laugh and still be tough at the same time. That's just my
I
opinion.
I got one for you, Doug. So the way that the way that I try to explain this, especially when I'm talking to like kids, I I I was in a counselor's office one day, and a little kid came in, and he was talking to it was a friend of mine. He was a counselor, so we sit in the office chopping it up, and so the kid just came in, and he said, "Man, I hate going to Mr. Smith class. Like, oh, I just like I get mad before I go in there." He's like, "It just gets under my skin." So I asked him, "Man, do you mind if I, speak to the kid?" He's like, "Nah, go ahead." So when the kid he looked at me, I said, "So you're not in Mr. Smith class right now, right?" He was like, "Nah, but you're headed there." He said, "Yeah." I said, "And before you get there, you're already angry, right?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Why would you give Mr. Smith that much power over you?" He said, "Huh?" I said, "Mr. Smith is nowhere around you. He's nowhere near you, but yet and still, he's got you angry before you even get there. Why you giving that much power?" I told that kid that day, I said, "Man, never give nobody that much power to control you." Man, that kid looked at me and was like, "I ain't never thought about it like that." Ever since that day, that's how I never give nobody that much power. That's how I look at it. If you look at it like you've never given somebody that much power, it'll be hard to get mad. That's why we got a good relationship. I don't never, you don't do it, you don't say it, but you don't never let what I do. I don't come through with a project. You be like, Swint, all right, look, bro, you're messing up. Here it is. Let's go. It's less that long. You don't give me that much power. You be like, I ain't finna get Swint that power. Not no. I'm telling you, man. I think if people look at it like that, like I think we'll start treating them emotions just a tad bit different.
So what you're really saying is the emotion, and Gabe brought this out, the emotion is the steering wheel. Because the emotions are moving us somewhere. Whenever I lose control, I just gave you the steering wheel for my life. Dude, I hadn't even gotten to the house yet, but you controlling my ride to the house. You controlling my Friday. I'm not gonna see you till Saturday.
Whoa,
You just destroyed my Friday because I gave you the steering wheel of my life.
whoa, the steering wheel of my life.
That is a great way of putting it. Yes, you letting somebody else drive you.
That's good. That's good. Hey,
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, man, it's it's just that's why mindset was my word. Because if you really think about it from a different perspective, if you tell somebody that, they take control of it. Because they'll say to themselves, I don't want Doug driving my car. Not when I'm trying to go home. Doug want to go to the park. Doug want to go to the gym. I want to go there. I want to go home. Nah, but you just gave Doug the wheel. When you start looking at things from a different perspective, oh yeah, it make you change just a tad bit.
So is it so okay, let me throw this in. So is it one of those things, the reason why when men and females may look at it where we're not emotional, but we actually are very emotional. So when we're in relationships and the breakup or whatever is bad, how we act, y'all know how we act. We act a fool. We say we kind of blame the women in a sense, but no, we we probably act more womanish in a sense than 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 they do. I mean, because guess what? Our heart's been hurt. Our heart's been stomped on. So, and a lot of us don't know how to deal with that. So now I'm the one in the sense I ain't busting the windows out, but I'm pulling up to her job. You know what I
She that
mean?
that mean that means she
Exactly.
controlling. She driving the wheel.
Right.
Yeah.
She
And
she
we
drove
and
you to her job.
right.
And you
and
sit
then
back,
and then
you
said, "What you doing
wondering
there? What you doing here? What you?"
exactly.
Hey, but hey,
Ah.
and we see it all the time, bro. And it's with guys our age and even guys that are younger than us that do those things. So, what this is one of those things that we have to do, and because we're where we are now, it's like, hey, bro, you can't allow this to happen. I know she stuck on your heart, but she driving you. If you can't think, you can't work. Well, you've missed work. You miss making money because she's literally driving your emotions, bro. Let's let's like you said, take that step back and look at the perspective. Like, man, this girl got me going crazy. And why she at home drinking her a fruity something, and you over here sitting in front. I'm just saying. So it's
But
good to
Uncle,
go ahead.
that goes back to what you were saying about being transparent. If you're transparent enough to know to accept the fact I'm hurt, this woman hurt me. Like I gotta figure out why she hurt me. And then, like Gabe said, you make a sound decision to see if what she did have anything to do with me. Or let me just assess the situation. And then we'll go to okay, now I need to once you be transparent and you make a decision, now you probably can control your emotions. And then not let her drive the car to the job. Now you can just drive the car to your job and be like, all right, man, I'm finna go to work and I'll deal with this later. Just like how the pastor told his son, look, man, don't deal with this right now. Take your time. Go over there and chill somewhere, and then you do this later. Yeah, because if we don't, like you said, Arthur, you're gonna be driving to that job doing crazy stuff.
Right? Or you gonna drive to that job and then the folks gonna drive you to that jail.
He said,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, they
yo,
do that too.
they do that too.
man.
Hey, them folk got a place. My brother told me years ago. He said, "Hey, them folk got a place for you, man." So check this out. What I had to think through concerning this, and I guess my word. I mean, this is really really dope. Um, one of the words I looked at is, well, no, before I get to that, I realized one of the things that I used to rave about this, and I'm still proud of it, but it ain't always a strength. One of the things that I said is I've developed the ability to ignore pain. And so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how hard it I tell. So all the time, I process pain after we over. I'm gonna get it done. After we done, I'll think about how hard it was after I'm finished. The problem with that is most men have trained themselves to ignore feelings ignore pain, ignore emotions, and just pack it down until it all falls apart. Like I say, that's why I had to get larger size in my rings, because I broke bones or broke fingers and didn't and finished the game. And I was like, dude, I broke the finger. I finished the game. Well, I finished the game, but now my fingers ain't right. And you look at most of these NBA players, it was great. Their fingers and their bodies all beat up because they ignored the pain in order to win the ring. Then you got to ask, was the ring worth it? You know, because people forgot about you. People forgot about it. They see those highlights. And I had to tell my son, so I said, I want you to be wiser than me. I said, because my mindset is, you show me a wall, you show me a mountain, give me a spoon. I'm gonna move that mountain if it's one spoon at a time. I said, but what I want you to do is learn when he said he was gonna take off this summer. He said, Dad, I just reached the edge. He said, I just need a break. He's already a freaking year ahead. He set this goal. He wanted to graduate a year ahead and do a 6-year program in 4 years and trucking. He said, his last semester I hit the wall. And what do I need to do? The old me would have said, you dig deep, you finish it, blah, blah, blah. This me says, slow down, understand where you are, recognize, this is key. Are you hurt or are you injured? Because you can play when you're hurt, but when you're injured, you need to take a break. The reason why we are short a championship is because Karl Malone played when he was injured because he thought he was just hurt. I can play through hurt, but I don't need to play through injury. Injury takes time to heal. And I told him, if you're injured, get on the bench, the game will be there. It's killer. I gotta ask myself, did this hurt me or did this injure me?
So let me ask a question then.
That's a good one.
Ask a question. Are we, as men, married men, running our families injured?
Ooh,
Injured.
I think you
We've been
just
running,
touched on something.
we've been running as hurt now. But are we injured? And things are all over the place. But we're injured and we're still trying to make it work. And we're limping.
That's a tough
I think
bro.
I think you can hit something right there.
So
Ooh.
okay, in that situation, being a married man, if you injured, can you sit out? Is it in a room to sit out of the game, or you gotta play hurt, or you gotta play injured?
I mean, if you injured, you ain't got a choice. You got to think about it now. In my opinion, if you injured and you married, you ain't got no choice but to heal to get better. Because if you don't, you're gonna kill it down. You're gonna kill it in the end. It ain't gonna last. But until that injury
Okay,
is fully recovered, you're gonna still be going through this. I mean, that's just like them super ups and downs, up and down, up and down, instead of just an even kill.
So here's the thing with this too. Two things. I think we got to determine what's the difference in hurt and injured, and I think hurt is something that hit us, that sting, that we can move forward. You catch a sting of. Injured is something that you can't push through. Injury is something that has changed your ability to function. If you ain't functioning the same emotionally, financially, spiritually, and what do? You tell the folks, your trainers, I am injured. I need to take a break. That may mean I need to tell my family, hey, I ain't myself right now. Man, after I had my surgery, had that back surgery, and I told you, man, I couldn't go to the bathroom by myself. She had to help me to the bathroom, and I went into, I'm sure it was depression. I said, I don't know if I'm ever gonna be Doug Taylor again. Dude, I'm used to pushing through. When I had that surgery and I couldn't push through, and I said, I may never be me again. I had to tell my family, look, I ain't decided now. I'm trying to find myself. I need some time. I started having conversations with my kids about the combination to the safe and this what happened. And they was like, Dad, you finna die? I'm like, no, I don't know. I might not be up out here no more. Man, I'm telling you, man, that thing started messing with my head. But in all of that, it was healthy because I was able to tell my family, I'm different now. This thing injured me. and it's going to take me some time to get back on board. And so I'm telling you, I can't do this right now. I'm telling you, my mind is off. And I'm telling you, I may need a little extra patience. I can't give you this right now because I'm injured.
But
Oh,
let me ask you this, Pastor. So, and this go back to what you're saying about the definition between the two. But sometimes being hurt could seem just like you injured. So the question at hand is, how do you tell the people who misuse the hurt as an injury?
Bro, that's good. I think that's man.
I think I'm gonna step in for you, Pastor. I'm gonna just see. I'm gonna just throw something out there. What came to me. I think it takes situations like this, the round table talks, that people that know you best can really tell you, like, hey man, you off, whether you want to admit to it or not. Like, since that happened, you think you hurt, but you really injured. You need to step out. You need to go get I'm diagnosing you because I see you better than you can see yourself right now. I see your blind spot. So I'm gonna pull your coattail and like, hey man, you need to sit it out. You need to go get some more help. You ain't functioning like you supposed to. You're a little off. Whether that, because I may feel like, oh, I'm just hurt, so I'm pushing through. I'm pushing through. Nah, man, you acting crazy. Like you way off. So, just, what I'm saying, have somebody pull your coattail, somebody that know you best until you get back on it. You need a proper diagnosis.
But look, hey, okay. Even with that game, I'm playing, like devil's advocate. Even with that hurt, think about it like this. Y'all know when you hurt or injured, when somebody, even if it's your friend sometimes, when they sitting there and they tell you, hey, that's it, sometimes our automatic reaction is you push them away. Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. What you talking about, man? Everything good on my way. Man, you tell them, no, bro, I see you've done this. I've seen you do that. You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to what I said from the beginning, is being transparent with your team. I got somebody asked me, like, how do you I can say from this year, I would say 10 years ago, if I had the men that I have now that I'm connected with and in my life 10 years ago, it's no telling where I would have been now. Because I think over the time that God has just blessed me with people in my life, particularly men, that keep me accountable. So that's my team. So, brother, if I don't call this brother, he'll call me. I'm connecting with this brother. So when those men, and it's like and this for me, I built this kind of like fail safe, where even if I feel like, man, I'm finna do my thing, but then all of my friends are godly men. So it's like if I fall off, then who I'm finna go kick it with? Who I'm finna go do all this per se if I want to just do my own thing? Like, they some good. They're not that tight. They ain't the type where I used to hang out with. I don't have that anymore. So I have a team that's around me and men that I'm not afraid to say, hey man, bro, I ain't got it together today. I just need to hear you talk to me. Give me a good word, bro. Or whatever, whatever the case may be.
One of the words I had was you. Go ahead, Swint. Go ahead, Swint. You on?
I want you to say that.
So one of the words I got is what the word I had. I had a couple words that make up what I think the primary ingredients for man. One of them is, and we've touched on it, is accountability. And anybody who does not feel the need to be accountable to other people is on a highway to destruction. Because listen, this is the whole thing. The Bible says every man's ways seem right to him. Meaning everything we do, it makes sense. If it didn't make sense, we wouldn't do it. If it didn't make sense, to go at the time. We rationalize every decision we're gonna do. If you're gonna cheat on your wife, your mind told you it makes sense to do. If you're gonna go and you're gonna go get high, you told yourself it makes sense to do that, because if it didn't make sense, you wouldn't do it. Nobody in their right mind does stuff that they don't think makes sense. And so the thing with that is, I got to do a couple things. If I'm gonna change, somebody put in the chat, how do you change your mindset? You change your mindset a couple ways. You got to get new information. You change your mindset when you learn something new. You got to get new information. You change your mindset based on your environment. You got to have new people around you that think differently than you, so that you're exposed to other things. You change your mindset by new experiences. You got to do something new to find out that this works. It's like little kids when they say, I don't like broccoli. You 45 years old. How you can say you don't like broccoli? I don't like it. Have you ever tried it? No, I ain't tried it. Well, you don't know what you like. Try it and find out. You change your belief system, how you think, by environment, by experiences, by other individuals. And so that's how you change it. And you talking about creating that. But one of the things too is just learning to be accountable. Accountability means willing to own up to everything. There's nothing worse than a person who lies to others, and worse, lies to themselves. I got to be accountable to when Swint say, DT, this is what you're doing. You slacking. He'll send me a 2 o'clock in the morning. Said, bro, you slacking. And I could be like, no, Gabe think I'm the man. I know I'm slacking. I know I ain't read in 2 days. I know that. And one of the worst things we can do is live in the lie that people think about us. Because other people see us and think we this. We know what we are. Is being accountable when I get called on the carpet, say, you know what, you right, and don't justify wrong.
Well, you
Come
done
on, man.
said something then. You done said something then, man. You gotta, if you lie, you gotta, just think about it for a second, Doug. If you lie to yourself, it ain't nobody else around. Don't nobody know you. You don't see. It ain't. It's 4 walls. It's a computer. It's a TV screen, and you gonna sit there and say, "Nah, man, I'm good." Something wrong with you. Yeah, I mean, you think about it for a second. Something is literally wrong. Nobody around. At least the least you can do is say, "Man, you know what? I done screwed up. You know what? Yeah, I just don't know. Like, yeah, I did it. That's the least you can do. But if you can't do that with yourself, oh, duh, can't nobody talk to you.
You can't get help when you're not honest. Because you go back, and it's been happening from the foundation of the world. When Adam screwed up, and Eve ate the fruit, gave it to him, he ate it. As soon as God said, what did y'all do? You know what that dude said? That woman you gave me. What, had he been accountable, he would have said, I blew it. It ain't that woman's fault. That woman ain't make me do this. That man in that office ain't make me do this. The government didn't make me do this. I listen. You chose to steal that PPP money. Don't be like this. No, you listen, listen. You got in the car. You drove to the weed man. You bought weed. You got in the car. You rolled it up. The police pulled up on you. The police jammed you up. They did not jam you up. You chose to do everything you did. And listen. One of the greatest elements of maturity is when we stop blaming other people for our flaws. We grew up in school, said the teacher don't like me. Then we said the man don't like me. Then we said the folk don't like me. Bro, it is not all these people's fault. That ain't why I failed that class. The teacher, because the teacher don't like me. No, you didn't come to class, bro. And you have to want accountability. Here's the thing: you will never anything you don't. Listen, you will never take anything you don't value, even if it's free. It ain't an issue of buying. If you don't think it has value, you won't even if it's free. And until you value accountability, then know that you can only be better when other people help you. People will say, bro, call me when you need me. Or, hey, how you doing? Or I want to help you. And will not accept it because you don't value it.
So
Can I
so
tell you
that's
something, Pastor? And go ahead.
no.
I'm
So
sorry to cut y'all, but
go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
No,
I was gonna
I
say
was just
this,
gonna
like,
piggyback. that like so so that's the reason why you think the people aren't don't take accountability because they don't value it.
People don't value accountability because we think accountability is lordship or criticism. Or for men, we are competitive. And so whenever you hold me accountable, what I hear is you think you better than me. And you ain't better than me. And to prove that you're not better than me, I'll fight you to prove that you ain't better. Men always compare and compete. And that's why we don't compliment each other. We meet each other and we look and see what they got on, see what they drive. When women meet, they ask about their house and they ask about their kids and their husband. When men meet, we ask, what do you do for a living? Think about it. We sizing each other up. I don't know about your kids. No. Where you work? Okay, you probably make 50,000. I make 51. Okay, I'll talk to you. Listen, bro, that's why we don't accept accountability because we compete too much and don't realize that we're better together. Goes back to what Swint said in the beginning. How did the car get flat? How did the car get headlights? How did the car get tires? Because you may be a better car maker, but I'm a better tire maker. I make you better. I can make your project better and you can give me a place for mine. I'm telling you, that's what we're missing.
I agree 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna just be. I'm gonna be honest. Probably like I don't even know if you remember this, Pastor, but we had a conversation. It was about 2 years ago, and I was just like I was so firm on like I don't want to be accountable to nobody. Like I'm grown. I ain't gonna be accountable to nobody. I'm grown. Like, and I was like, it ain't even a real word to me. And that's just how, I look at myself now. Like, man, I was ignorant then. Like, it
It
was
ain't a
crazy.
real word.
It wasn't a real word. What is it? So, but Pastor looked right at me, man, and I'm talking about with a straight face. It was like, oh, you'll never be great then. You can never be great if you don't want to accept accountability. And when it hit me and how he broke it down, just like he just broke it down there, it was like, okay, the cloak off my eyes now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need other people to like, hey man, you slipped right there. You weren't your best. I can hold you to a standard because believe it or not, if you only gauging yourself, sometimes you're gonna sit down and lie to yourself like, man, yeah, I had a good day. I ain't do everything I said I wanted to do, but who gonna tell me different? So I'm gonna lie to myself. You know what I'm saying? I might lie and be like, yeah, it's just me, this computer, them four walls, and I'm gonna still say, I did good today. I had a great day. Great day. I had a great day. We're gonna do better tomorrow. That's how we're gonna judge because I'm only judging myself. But yeah, that's foolish. That anybody that's listening that feel that same way, like no, you have to have somebody to be accountable to. And that don't mean like, oh, this is my daddy now, or I gotta like somebody, Lord, no, it don't mean that. It's just somebody, I got somebody in place that can pull my coattail and help me be better. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is.
Hey,
I,
I want
I
to. I know
agree.
we got too long, but that when Pastor, you said living the lie that other people think about us. I think I was in that at one point and didn't even know it because I felt like I had to keep up this per se this image of Arthur is like this, and it's like I had to realize, man, that one, bro, that was work to keep up that I'm like this. No, and I had to, and then when I finally kind of hit that wall, I was like, bro, you don't have it all together. What are you trying to do? But I felt, after years passed, I realized, like, yeah, dude, it's okay. Like, you mess up, it's okay to be transparent. You know what I mean? But I was in that, like, I was living that. Man, that's what folks be thinking. So I mean, make sure I keep this up. Like, nah, bro, that's a rat race, and it's gonna come to an end quickly, without you knowing. That wall gonna come so fast, you're gonna be like, where? Okay, which way I'm gonna go? I don't know which way to go. So yeah, living in that, like, man, Pastor, when you said that, man, I think a lot of us do that without even knowing that we do.
I think you're right, Arthur.
Particularly on social media, we try to keep up this image, but people know you in real life, bro. They know you in real life, man. Stop playing. So that's a good one that I don't think we may not say enough of. We don't point that out enough.
I agree 100%. But the funny thing about that is, I'll say 70 to 80% of the people don't really have it together. Like, a lot of people think this person has it together because they got X, Y, and Z. Or this person has it together because they're doing this, this, and this. But
Right.
80% of the people, like 70 to 80%, and it's probably higher than that, but they don't have it together because it's hard for a lot of people to understand that life is life. Like, people think, like, they put good and bad on things. It ain't good or bad, it's just life. It's like, if you have an accident, if you able to take care of that accident, you got insurance and you got a lot of cash in the bank. That accident ain't gonna be detrimental. Ain't gonna be as detrimental as to somebody who ain't got no insurance and they got $100 in the bank. It's still the same thing. It's an accident, but it depends on your situation when that accident happens. That's all it is. If we start looking at life as life instead of as good and bad, we'll start operating different. It's only a small percentage of people who look at life as life and keep trucking. And some of the people you can look at who do that are older people. That's why older people, like, they pray for you and they leave you alone. My great grandma who raised me, I had an uncle who used to live with us. He was an alcoholic, a functioning alcoholic. He was a smart alcoholic because he only drank on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday through Friday, he worked. He did not drink a sip of liquor, but that weekend, toast. My great grandmother used to say, "Okay, don't go out there, don't do this, blah blah." She'd be like, "Okay," she'd go to sleep, wouldn't lose no sleep, wouldn't lose nothing, because she knew, okay, I'm gonna pray for you, I'm gonna leave it alone, because it's life. Like, this is something that you're doing. I don't have no control over it. It is what it is. Wash my hand with it. I'm over. I just think if we just start looking at life as life instead of good or bad on certain things, I think we'll come out a whole lot better, and we won't be trying to impress nobody or do all this other stuff. We'll just get through it.
I throw this in. Control what you can control. Period. And I've learned that. So I had to tell them to my wife, but she be looking for me to react a certain way to certain stuff, and I was just like, that's out of my control. I cannot do anything about it. All I control is right here in front of me, and what we dealing with right now. Well, we can do this, but that right there, I can't do anything about it. That person made a decision. That is the fruit of their decision. I can't do anything about that. I
Boy,
cannot
you
do
said a
anything about
mouthful then.
it.
You said a mouthful then. It's out of my
Yeah.
control.
I can only
What that
control what I
my boy
control.
said? That boy said it's above me now.
Exactly.
So dig it, man. You just think about how much pain we go through that we don't have to. Because I know mine. That's the difference in playing hurt and injured, of being able to say, you know what, I can't handle that. Well, Ruff said that's outside of my control, because we pride ourselves on being superheroes. But the problem is every superhero die. Every superhero is better when he hang with other superheroes. Justice League is way better than Batman. If you're a Marvel guy, X-Men is way better than Wolverine. We're better when we're together. But all this just goes back. I mean, we can't say enough the benefit of men building teams, because it goes back to the first thing I said. Men are made. Men are made, and then making a man takes time. Like you can't get off this one live and you got it together. It takes time, and then making a man takes it takes a team. It takes us working being transparent and honest, being accountable to each other. Otherwise, maybe we're gonna make ourselves heroes and down the battlefield. You know, um, bro, this is just what it takes. I would encourage every man watching today to do two things: pray for God to give you good, healthy, godly relationships, and then number two, accept them when God give them to you. I believe every person pray God bring the right people in my life. See, here's the thing. We believe this across the board that God will provide all my needs. Well, we don't believe it across the board. We believe that God will provide all my needs, and we ask God for money every day. God, I need this money. We pray because you believe God gonna provide your needs. The issue is you don't think you need accountability. Because if you think you need accountability, you pray for God to help you develop it. You don't think you need friends, because if you did, you pray for God. You believe He meets all your needs. Make accountability a need. Make relationships a need. Make growth a need. Make transparency a need. Because if you believe you need it, you'll ask for it. And if you ask for it, you get it from God. The key to it is, as God give it, we got to receive it. Ruffin said earlier, telling folks I'm good. Bro, we ain't good. I disagree with Swint. Swint said 80% of people ain't got it together. I'm gonna say no, 100% of people ain't got it together. Nobody has it all together because what I believe we do is it's like spinning plates. When you focus on one plate and build a momentum, you neglect another one. And that slows down. You shift your attention from that one to this. And so you're going to go from building money to, okay, now I got to build my health. Okay, now I got to put my attention on my family or put on my well-being or put on my growth. They don't all maintain the same momentum. And so, and this may be great. This is not okay. Doesn't mean that my life is bad. I got to redirect my attention. And the people that don't do that, check this out. The people that don't recognize areas that are failing, they focus on the one or two that are doing great, and they say, I got a bunch of money, but my wife don't like me. Or my wife love me, but I'm not committed to growing with God. Or I'm growing with God, but my children don't know me. And you focus on the area that's working and don't grow to develop the area that's getting off track. That's life. It's Swint is life. Don't matter what you do, no matter what you drive, you gotta rotate your tires. No matter what you drive, you gotta change the oil. So no matter what, life requires maintenance. It's either gonna be preventative or restorative, one of the two, and you choose it based on how adept you are to yourself and your life.
You said something then. Yeah. Life is maintenance.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep them tires rotated and balanced.
And listen, gentlemen. Hey, man, y'all have blessed my life tonight, man. I had a ball with y'all. Man, I enjoyed this time. I hope y'all got something from it, and I know y'all blessed guys, man. I know y'all did. Y'all are three of the men. One of the joys I have in life is I get to live life with men that I respect and admire. God has blessed me with some amazing relationships, and y'all are three of them. And I'll say this to y'all: I'm better because of y'all. I hold myself accountable to y'all. There are things that I want to live a life that y'all can all say. I'm proud to say that I know Doug Taylor, and so y'all make me better, and I want to say that to y'all. So thank y'all for y'all time tonight, man. It's good. It was good stuff. So before we close this tonight, man, I always want to give every person opportunity. One of the ways that we grow is making a choice to be right with the Lord. And that's the greatest form of accountability because God gives us the Holy Spirit to guide us and nurture us. I want to pray tonight that somebody make this choice to give their lives to the Lord. We have a website set up that'll help minister to you. All it takes you doing is being honest enough to say, you know what, I'm injured. Yeah, you've been going on, hurt, but no, you're injured. There's an area, there may be area in your heart, there may be an area in your life, there may be some areas in your past that have been injured. The most amazing healer is not at Kirkland Clinic, but he died on the cross. The blood of Jesus heals every hurt we've ever had. And so I want you to make the choice tonight. If you're not right with God, if you're far from God, this web. I want to invite you to make this commitment. Just come close to God. I promise you. Just come close to God. He knows what you need. He knows who you're supposed to be. And I also believe every believer needs a great church home, especially men. One of the things I love about our church is it's a church of men's men. Tonight you saw some of the men that frequent our church, and these are the kind of guys and the relationships that you build when you come to church. You don't just get a pastor, you get people. And so if you go to this website, rebirthchristian.org/connect cards, you can click on that link. It'll take you to this website where they can pray for you. On the website, you can fill out the form of the decision that you're making to give your life to the Lord, recommit, or make this your church home. The great decision that I believe every person should make, and I promise your life will be better. We also believe in giving people opportunity to give to the kingdom of God. I believe that what you show what you love by your time and your money. That's it. Everything else is just talk. Show what you love by your time and your money. Everything else, you just talking. And so we believe that when we give to the kingdom of God, we're helping other people grow. You're honoring God. And we just believe that God gives back to you, man. Why? He gives back to you so that you can be a giver. God doesn't give just so you can get it. He gives so that you can be a giver. That's God's plan. And so you can go to use a Cash App or give on. I promise you, God's going to bless you. He's going to bless you. You're going to be a blessing. And so life will be better. Last thing as we close, I would encourage you. I'm excited about this. We don't just tell people to tithe. We tell people to have wise financial management skills. And so I'm excited. We have a new partnership with Regions Bank. We're going to take the month of June to do financial seminars on home ownership, investing, a series of events. But you get the opportunity. This is dope. You get the opportunity to build a curriculum by your needs. And so if you go to this website, rebirthchristian.org/next step, there is a survey that you can take to let us know what you want insight on. And our partners at Regions Bank are going to customize financial classes based on what you need. Don't get no better, man. I mean, we just don't we're not saying put an envelope and give it to God. Yeah, you give an envelope to God, but we want to give you some insight on how you can get your life together. And so that's the balance of spiritual and practical. And so make sure you do that. Go on their website, take the survey, and hey, this is what we do. So I hope you guys got blessed tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in, gentlemen. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all make us better. And hey, if I invite y'all back, y'all coming?
Oh, no doubt. Hey, we wise. We got them beers, right? It's coming to beer. I'm just letting everybody know. It's beer gang. You see that?
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but yeah, everybody beard it up.
Yeah. I say I got one little gray strand coming, man. So my wisdom coming in, man.
Yeah, hey, you'll get there. Just wait. Yeah,
amazing night.
I appreciate
thank
it, man.
y'all.
I
Thank
appreciate
y'all
the
for blessing
invite.
people, man. And y'all enjoy y'all night. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. And I know God bless.
I appreciate it, Pastor.
Y'all.
All right, now.